Hi there. I have my tripod set up a little bit a ways from this chair. So here we go. I'm doing a tag that I was inspired to do by Nathan from Nathan's Nook, which I'll link in the notes. I was chatting to him about his video, the book cover tag, and thinking I just felt like I don't own a whole bunch of books since I get a lot of books out of the library. So I didn't feel like I could really do a book cover tag because maybe some of the books I would think about for the categories wouldn't be books that I owned. But then I thought, well, you know what? No, I will answer these questions as best I can from books that I do own on my shelves, and that'll just be fun in and of itself. So that's what I've done. I think I'll take a little liberty with some of the questions, maybe. I have the questions on my iPad, so I'm going to open those up right now and start off. So the first question is best color combo. And again, I'm just choosing out of books that I own. And color combo, this was a little interesting one, but I picked out this one. This is one of those beautiful, I don't think you can see it really, but it's a silver spined penguin. Penguin Classics. But this color combination, I don't know that I ever wanted to own this book, but I found it a year ago in it wasn't a used bookstore, it's like an antiques mall, but they have people, they have wares from people in different stalls, and a couple of the sellers are used booksellers. And my kids and I were down visiting my mother, and I saw this, and it's so stunning. I just had to get it for this beautiful color. Number 2 is best typography. And for that example, maybe that is, but I did come up with 2 examples. One is the classic Infinite Jest typography, the one where the name of the book goes off the edges of the page. Don't you love it? And even the spine. But oh my God, the fact that they use the sky. Whenever I was taking pictures of this on Instagram, I didn't plan it this way, but I held it up in the sky, and oh my gosh, this is just such a inviting book because the words go off the page. It just speaks volumes about how big and boisterous the story is, the length of the book, the ideas in the book. I just love it. And I'm going to say Valley of the Dolls. I like how large they went with the title, and then dolls refers to, I believe, the pills that are a big part of this story and the people in it. And so I like the contrast between the gold and the pink. And then look at that. The whole book design is really nice. So those are my choices there. Oh, best simple cover. I have 2 choices. I'll be right back. Okay, simple covers. I have 2 choices. One are these classic covers by Faber and Faber, the Rachel Cusk series. I mean, I just got Transit. Transit, the version I have is a little different than these covers, but these editions are just so simple, so beautiful. And then I love this picture of the summer book by Tove Jansson. Oh, just absolutely love that cover art. Absolutely beautiful. All right, end pages. So I didn't really have an answer for this until, oops, sorry, I didn't realize. I didn't really have an answer for the end pages thing until I got out this book, and I'll tell you why in a moment why I got this out. But this is called The Principles of Uncertainty by Myra Kalman. She's an illustrator. I see her a lot in the New Yorker. She's written a couple illustrated books like this. I forgot about this book because it's one of the books that I have under one of my monitors for work. And I just don't even see those books anymore. It's really heavy, and it was published in 2006 or 2007. And I just happened to notice that the end pages are these weird photographs of what I don't know. Let me see what the... Doesn't it look like coral or... Yeah, like black and white photos of coral. That's about the most interesting end pages I could find. Oh, best map. Yeah, I found one. I feel I have one book that has a map, and it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite books, and that is To Paradise by Hanya Yanagihara. And as I was paying attention to book covers, I realized, isn't this just a really cool cover? You know, this book came after A Little Life, and in A Little Life is the biggest, are the biggest words on that cover. And this, how interesting for them to choose that Hanya Yanagihara's name is so prominently displayed against the darker colors, and then To Paradise is right there, and you can almost not even see it. So that's a pretty cool choice that they made. Anyway, the maps have to do with the world, the alternative world that Hanya has created in book 1, book 2, and book 3. And they all happen, what is it, like 100 years apart? So this is the makeup of the United States, which I realize you can't see, in 1893 in this alternate universe where there are states called the North, states called Free States. The West is called the Western Union. Hawaii is called the Kingdom of Hawaii. And there are things called the colonies, the United Colonies in the South. And then book 2, 1993, is mainly taking place in Hawaii. And then book 3 is this future world, 2093? Yeah. And Manhattan has been broken down into zones because we're living in a world where plagues are happening as a matter of course. So there are zones, and only certain people are allowed in and out of zones. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. Next question. Best naked hardcover. Okay. I was getting this book out for the answer to another question, which I will get to, but I was curious once I got this out from under my monitor what the naked hardback looks like, because I don't really have a lot of hardbacks, and I checked a couple of them and they're just plain. Leave it to Myra Cowman to have a naked hardback like this. It's got her hand-drawn words on it. It's got a beautiful spine, and then hand-drawn words on the back. Isn't that fantastic? How much I love her. Okay. Oh, best back cover. I actually could not come up with back cover. So even though I'm going to use Principles of Uncertainty again, I will show you the back cover because I don't have another example. And this one is just, you know, goofy. United Pickle Company tag. Chapter headers. Are you going to kill me if I use this book again? Well, I don't have any other examples, so I will show you. This is going to be both illustrations and chapter headings, but then I am going to cheat a little bit and come up with a couple questions on this tag myself because I have some interesting examples of some books that I want to show you. But I couldn't find any other interesting chapter headers. And this one is broken down by month in 2006 because it's a book about her just ramblings about life for a year. about her family, about her thoughts on living, dying, everyday life. And every chapter, I'll just show you an illustration because this ticks the illustration box. But I mean, anything from that to beautiful illustrations and then actual photographs, old-fashioned photographs in the back. But every chapter begins with a month, and each one is a different color. So that's pretty and distinguishable. But as far as beautiful spine, I had a couple examples of that. And the spine that I love the most, I have to admit, is the beautiful Faber and Faber Rachel Cusks. But I will say I'm a huge fan of any NYRB book and their spines, just because they always do them in a solid color. NYRB is at the bottom. The title is on the spine, and I adore it. I just can't get enough of these. Anytime I see a used one, I'm almost automatically going to pick it up and figure out what it is later. So that's that. Oh, let me put it with the third one that I have. But I mean, just look how beautiful they stack on a bookshelf. I mean, oh my God, they're just so pretty. Best drawings. Well, I'm just going to show you, instead of drawings, maybe I'm going to say illustrations, because I have a couple examples here of what I think are beautiful illustrations or photos on a book cover. So that's the thing I'm adding to this book tab. This is a book that has such a unique cover. I haven't read it yet. It's a Percival Everett. And the illustration, the way that it's done with the name of the book in that little card that the hand is holding, it's just beautiful. I don't know why there's a raven on the back of this person, which is what's happening here, but this just draws you into the book. Like, why is this done in a tag? Does that have any significance to this story? I don't know yet. I haven't read it. Then, I mean, the illustration of this Winifred Holtby's South Riding is, I mean, it obviously has to be a real painting, and they've taken it as the cover. I mean, beautiful. As far as photos in a book cover, iconic Dud Avocado. This is so iconic when NYRB did this that you do think about the main character as this person. I mean, when you're reading about it, and it is a young white woman in the 60s or late 50s maybe, you are picturing this person the whole way through the book. So, I mean, excellent choice from NYRB on that one. And then I haven't read this book yet, but it's just so enticing. It's called Talk by Linda Rosenkrantz. And this is a book that was also written, I think, published in the early 60s, and it's just about young people, maybe in their early 20s or late teens, college age. And it's very dialogue heavy, and I should really take this with me on vacation. Just so enticing. So that's that. One of the things I was going to use as an end paper, but then I forgot, is, but I'm just remembering because I see it here, is a book that I just read, The Little Friend. And I think I showed you this book design has a hole in the front, and then the baby's head, or the young boy's head, is on the end paper. And then they chose as the end paper this solid black page, but then this photo of Donna Tartt. It's pretty cool. These are my choices. This is the tag. Thank you, Nathan, again, for the encouragement to do this tag, even though I felt like I didn't have the best choices. It was fun. It's just fun. It doesn't matter how many books you have. Just look through your books. Do the tag. You'll remember books that you didn't recall. You'll have a story about a book that you pick out from the shelf. It's just a lot of fun. So if you're watching this and you have a BookTube channel, please consider yourself tagged. I'd love to see the books that you pull out. Please regale us with your choices. So thanks for watching, and I hope I see you on the next one.